What's up, YouTube? Thanks for joining me on this channel today. As you all know, last week Harley Davidson hosted their world premiere event to showcase some of their 2022 bikes, specifically the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST, as well as the ST versions of the Road Glide and the Street Glide. As a current owner of a 2020 Lowrider myself, I was very much interested in all of the updates, and I devoted a lot of this channel to covering the rumors and the speculations. I'm really proud to say that we were pretty spot on, starting a few months back when we talked about that grainy photo of the touring Lowrider S with the FXRT fairing and the Sport Glide bags. And we talked about how Harley was likely to put a 117 engine, the relocation of the gauges, the speaker system, and even the cruise control. So I wasn't necessarily surprised by what we saw at the world premiere event because we already were a few steps ahead. I also wasn't surprised to see a mixed reaction from the Harley audience. If I'm being honest myself, I also have a mixed reaction to it. There are features and designs that I absolutely love about the Lowrider S and the ST, and some features and designs that I just don't really, care all that much about. But I'm not here to do a recap for you all today. You most likely have seen videos from other YouTubers covering, all of the features and the benefits and the price and all that stuff. So I don't want to really add to the noise. To me, the most hilarious part of all of this was watching the memes come out, the salty comments from the current Lowrider S owners about how the new Lowrider S is trash, and my phone was just going crazy with notifications. And so I could tell there was a lot of people talking about the 2022 Lowrider S and the ST. So that's what I want to do today. Just chill, it's a Sunday, and look at funny memes and the comments and the posts about the Lowrider S, because there's some really good ones out there. All right, so we'll start with the first one. This one is from yours truly. I posted this up on my Instagram channel and also on the YouTube channel, but in case you haven't seen it, here it is. I figured I'd toss mine in there just to start out this video. I thought it was hilarious because I could just imagine, the people who bought a Softail Lowrider S, especially like late 2021, and now Harley is coming out with a new Lowrider S with the 117 engine. Is something that all Lowrider S owners were kind of salty about, because if you know anything about the Lowrider S, they typically had like the biggest engines coming straight out of the factory, and the 117 right now from the factory is like the biggest engine that they have. So kudos to Harley for getting it right, but it's just rubbing salt on the wounds of all 20 and 21 Lowrider S owners. And of course, I have a Lowrider S myself. I'm a little salty, but it's not that big of a deal. I just thought it was hilarious. All right, so let's keep it moving here. So the first reaction that I'm gonna share, this one's pretty good. Ryan Sizemore posted on this Facebook page, "I'm glad I own a 2020 Lowrider S." And Jeremy Rose just claps back, "Yay, good for you." That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, to be honest, I think this kind of sums it up. Good for you. Nobody cares. Just ride your bike. All right, so let's go to the next one here. This one's a good one. Corey Wren. The classic Michael Jordan cry face. "I knew this was going to pop up." So the caption reads, "2022 HD FX LRST release with 117 after I put 11K in parts on my 21 FX LRS," with the Jordan cry face. just staring at the laptop. It's so funny because it's so true. I'm a part of a few Lowrider S Facebook groups, and the amount of money that people just drop into their Lowrider S, and I get it, because it's a bike that we love, and we could see ourselves riding this bike in the long term. It makes sense to make a huge investment because this is going to be our long-term bike. A couple years or a year later, Harley comes out with the FX LRST for only like $4,000 more after we put thousands of parts, and not just the money itself, but the emotional toil that we go through waiting for the parts. A lot of these parts are on back order, and sourcing the parts and figuring out who makes the best parts. You kind of go through a lot trying to build your Lowrider S. I wouldn't say it's out the window, because you still have an amazing bike, but it's a little sad. I think a lot of people would make different choices if they had known that this was coming down the line. So Corey, I don't know if that's you, but hang in there. Hang in there. We'll make it. We'll make it through. We'll be all right. What's next? This one's pretty good. I think this came out like a day, maybe the day of, when Harley Davidson did their world premiere. "Looking to sell my 20 FXLRS located in Florence, Kentucky." That's pretty cool. And then Eric Willingham, "It's okay, you can just say, just looking to get an FXLRST." Oh man, that's pretty good. That's really good. I'd imagine that there's going to be a lot of these similar posts in terms of like, hey, I'm looking to sell my lower S. I'm going to try to hold steady. I'm going to hold on to mine. I need to make sure that I can keep my marriage intact. This one by Carlos Pena. And this comment was in response to just one of those like benign posts about like, hey, what do you all think about the FXLR ST? And then Carlos claps back, here comes the salty FXLRS guys. Yeah, we're salty. We're salty. Moving on, Bert Frias. Been waiting almost a year for cruise control. We'll probably be waiting another year. I never thought about that, why the cruise controls were all on back order. I guess Harley was saving them for the FXLR ST. But looks like we won't be getting cruise control anytime soon for the 2021 boys. This next one, them. My bike is full custom. HD doesn't make anything I would ride. Also them. The new Lowrider ST is so stupid. Why would they build that? These guys are probably already hurting right now, so I'm just gonna leave this one as is. This is one of my favorite ones. Somebody posted a back shot of the FXLR ST, and they're just commenting about the saddlebags. That's probably even the hottest topic right now, just because of the uneven bags. But this guy, Kevin Kapalka, left gas cap is gone to counterbalance. That cracks me up. That's so good. The internet is undefeated. Yo, Kevin, man, on point, on point. Let's see what else we got. This one is also about the uneven bags, but I'll just leave this photo up here. I'm not even gonna say anything. Y'all wildin'. All right. So I think I also have a few on my phone. Man, these were so good. I was just munching on popcorn and reading these comments. So I think I've actually gone through all of the memes, all of the comments. I'm sure there's plenty more out there. If you find one, let me know. Drop it in the comments. I just had a blast reading through all of these, and just, you know, if you find something funny, drop it in the comments. With all of the hilarity out of the way, I'm really pleasantly surprised that Harley is coming through, even if it's 2 or 3 years too late, even if, you know, there's a bunch of people that shelled out a bunch of money to get their Lowrider S dialed in. What I'm reading as a consumer is that this is all a good sign, I think. If you don't like it, don't buy it. It's as simple as that. But I will say, I think it should have been left in the oven cooking for just a little bit longer, maybe another year, to really get all of those things kind of dialed in. Come on, man. You're telling me that Harley, with the uneven bags, they knew that they were going to get flamed for this. You can't tell me otherwise. So I think another year, another iteration, I think they would have gotten it perfect. But that's just me. All that being said, I thoroughly enjoyed the premiere event. I thought it was cool. You know, they are on point with their video marketing. It's just fancy. It makes you feel something. But I think that's kind of where they get into a little bit of trouble, just because they kind of thump their chest and they, you know, say, look at me, look at all the things that we did. It's look how great we are. So obviously they're hyping up the expectations. And when you do that, 9 times out of 10, you're going to let a lot of people down because, hey, you hyped it up so much. So it's hard to make everyone happy. I'm super excited about the Sportster that they kind of teased out. So I think I'm going to spend my energy trying to get some clues and hints to where that's going. But thanks for tuning in with me. This was a lot of fun. If you can't have a good laugh at the end of the day and expense of others and yourself and Harley Davidson, you know, what's it all for? But thanks for tuning in. I'm going to bounce out of here. Until next video, I'll check you all later. Peace.